Hello and welcome everyone to another week and another Daily 8 on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Penarski here with the top 8 stories that you need to know for your Monday. Hopefully everyone had a great weekend and are off to a great start today. We begin today's show over in Mecosta County. That's where authorities say that an 81-year-old man died after his off-road vehicle rolled on top of him Sunday evening. The incident happened around 5 p.m. near 20th Avenue in Millbrook Township. Little information has been released at this time, including how the ORV rolled on top of the man in the first place. He has not been identified by the sheriff's office either and was said to have died at the scene. We will be bringing you all of the latest information whenever we do get it over on our website, woodtv.com. We head to the east side of the state now, where authorities say a woman died trying to save a dog that had fallen through the ice on a pond last week. Sheriff's deputies were called to a home in Goodland Township where the pond was located. Unfortunately, both the woman and the dog were pronounced dead, and their bodies were pulled from the water by rescue crews. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources says to avoid exploring frozen bodies of water, especially ones that have ice sheets less than 4 inches thick. The Grand Rapids community joined thousands of others this past weekend to celebrate National Wreaths Across America Day. More than 3,200 wreaths alone were laid at the graves at Veterans Memorial Cemetery. Michigan Veterans Homes held a special ceremony beforehand where everyone paid their respects to those who served. Those wreaths were made possible through sponsorships, and you can actually find out how to sponsor a wreath for next year if you are interested in helping out. You can find out how to be a part of the celebration in 2025 by checking out our story on woodtv.com. The Saddle Ridge neighborhood in Rockford is really starting to feel the holiday spirit, and you can see it from a mile away. That's because more than 50 inflatable Santa Clauses have popped up in front of homes there. Families decided to work together to put them up after seeing a similar video online from another neighborhood. Neighbors put them up also thanks to the help of Kohl's Cash that they had on hand to purchase all of the inflatables. The hope is to start making this a tradition and keep adding Santas to their arsenal year after year. After extensive renovations, a long since dormant Salvation Army thrift store is now back open. It's located at the corner of Division Avenue and Garden Street. It's been closed for the past 4 years and is now back with a brand new floor, ceiling, and reimagined retail space. There will be gently used items to shop for, like clothing, shoes, handbags, even some furniture and more. The grand opening was this past Saturday, and hours going forward for the thrift store are going to be from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day, and it will be closed on Sundays. Your Detroit Lions are still one of the top teams in the NFL this season, despite the loss to the Buffalo Bills yesterday. They're still a Super Bowl favorite as well, something this team has never, and winning a Super Bowl is something this team has never done in its history. However, that doesn't mean the Lions have never won anything. In fact, 89 years ago yesterday marked the 89th anniversary of the Lions winning the 1935 NFL Championship. We took a look back at that historical day in this week's Sunday Story, courtesy of digital reporter Matt Jarowski. This was the first of 4 NFL championships won by the Motor City Kitties. Relieved the game and all of the major moments from the Lions' 26-7 win over the New York Giants inside our story on woodtv.com. Let's step aside now and get you a look at your forecast for today. Here's Storm Teammate meteorologist Matt Kirkwood.
Kicking off this work week with exceptionally mild temperatures. No question about it. This is going to be the warmest day this week. We have a cold front just off to our west, and that's why we're going to have a few showers out there moving through, and the most are going to be during the morning hours, although I can't rule out a few sprinkles this afternoon and through the evening hours. In the meantime, this is the look today in Grand Rapids. High temperature all the way up to 48 degrees. Now, if you're around Kalamazoo and the Battle Creek area, you can actually see some 50s out there all the way down to Sturgeon's Coldwater. What we're tracking out there is cooler temperatures making their way in tomorrow behind the front. It looks like a breezy day and a dry day, but that changes for Wednesday with a weak little system moving through that will provide us with a chance of snow as it looks, and another chance of snow will arrive on Friday. You can see that kind of playing out in the 8-day forecast as our temperatures descend into cooler territory. We should be in the mid-30s to lower 30s Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, 20s this upcoming weekend, although I think we could see a little bit of sunshine, especially in inland areas.
All right, thanks, Matt. And we end today's show with a meeting of Mr. Chuck Hillebrand. Back in 1974, as a 13-year-old, he borrowed a baseball book from a Detroit area library. And while Hillebrand loved baseball so much, he actually accidentally forgot to return the book, getting lost in the words. It only took Hillebrand about 50 years to realize the mistake and decided to go back to the library to try and remedy it. The fine was estimated to be over $4,500, but luckily for Hillebrand, they decided to forgive the fine and even let him keep the book since it had been so many years. Hillebrand is looking to make up for it, though. However, he has since set up a fund to raise money for a literacy nonprofit in honor of the entire situation. Honestly, a very funny story, which you can find a lot more on inside our website, woodtv.com. All right, that is going to do it for us today on the Daily A. We will, of course, be back again tomorrow with 8 more stories that you need to know for your Tuesday. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning into this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Penarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.